Should the Theory of Evolution Be Taught as Fact? By Zoe Raines in Biology 111. The theory of evolution is a scientific theory proposed by Charles Darwin that is a unifying theory of biology and supported all around the world. The theory of evolution is based on the concept that all species currently on Earth have gradually evolved or changed over the course of hundreds of thousands or even millions of years. This theory also relies on the process of natural selection, meaning organisms survive in their environment through adaptation, as the weak die off and the strong mate and repopulate. So should the theory of evolution be taught as fact or as a theory? Well, many scholars believe evolution to be taught as fact, as it is a unifying concept and universally accepted. By teaching the theory as fact, it would allow students to actively learn and engage in the lesson knowing that what they are being taught is proven through science. It is believed that evolution should be taught as fact due to the overwhelming support of scientists and the general population alike, as 2 out of 3 adults believe in evolution. Cultural and religious beliefs are often the cause behind students denying or refusing to learn and understand evolution, but it has been proven whenever teachers acknowledge and respect those beliefs when introducing evolution, those students are more likely to engage in the lesson. A study conducted showed that when the teacher did not discredit cultural or religious beliefs when teaching evolution, that the students were more engaged and willing to learn. It is also suggested for evolution to not be taught as fact on the basis that it is still regarded a theory in the scientific community, with the argument that if it cannot be tested, it is not real science. This is untrue, however, as though we would not be able to observe it in our lifetime, there is evidence regarding the existence of evolution through inspection of fossils. Evolution exists, as things have clearly changed over time. However, the theory of evolution simply gives explanation as to how those organisms changed. One survey shows that 4 out of 10 students agreed that they believed in creationism, but Creationist Organization Answers in Genesis leader Ken Ham went on record stating that though those numbers were high, creationism should not be taught in the classroom, supporting academic freedom and the teaching of controversial topics like evolution and climate change. While this may be believed, there are still legal implications primarily surrounding the southern states of the United States. These states have laws that allow school districts to remove evolution from their classrooms. In one study, the teacher assigned a 2-part assignment, first teaching the evolution unit and then having students go home and research the legalities behind evolution teaching. By doing this, there was an increase in evolution acceptance as students researched the misconceptions surrounding the topic and then actively worked to change the stigma. Supporting the teaching of the theory of evolution continuing being taught as a theory is that teaching evolution as a fact may be tricky due to the legal implications of doing so. That although 2/3 of adults believe in evolution as a fact, there are certain legal implications that prevent the theory from being taught in Southern public schools. Evolution is believed to often not be taught with neutrality, enforcing beliefs on impressionable young children and teenagers in public schools. Evolution can also be considered to not be taught as fact because it is just a theory, and thus can be proven untrue, as the ability to find information or evidence to disprove Darwin's theory allows it to maintain attention and create discoveries. By maintaining the teaching of evolution as a theory, it creates a challenge for both students and biologists to make a discovery greater than Darwin. The role of science is also to promote experimentation, research, and discovery. By teaching the theory as a fact, it denounces those who work to disprove or give additional input on the subject. Because evolution is a theory, it allows the other scientists to incorporate their own research, observations, and findings into the discussion of how we ended up as the humans we are, the animals we see compared to millions of years ago, and even the mutation of plants that we eat today. The teaching of evolution could also change, as currently it is taught to be the opposite of creationism, which is not true. By doing this, it would allow the incorporation of other beliefs into science and promote learning rather than students refusing to learn because they do not support it. Teaching evolution in southern states where it is not supported could also be very dangerous, as physical and verbal threats may be exhausted on those who teach this theory. Personally, I believe the theory of evolution should continue to be taught as a theory in education. While evolution as a concept is regarded as a fact, Charles Darwin's theory is still a theory in the scientific community and should continue to be taught as such. By allowing the theory to be taught as such, it will allow young children and teenagers to further their own research and try to contribute to the conversation. If evolution was taught as fact, it might take away the curiosity regarding the theory and move attention away from the conversation of how we have the lives we have today. The purpose purpose of the prompt was to ask if the theory of evolution should be taught as fact or theory, not evolution itself. Evolution, I believe, is fact. However, Charles Darwin's theory simply gives explanation, and I believe that explanation should continue to be taught as a theory.